Hello everybody, welcome back to Northwest Wing Shooters. My name's Rob. Today we're out here in southern Idaho and I'm at a spot I call the Sandlot and we're gonna be hunting quail today. Got Cooper and Dizzy with me. It's gonna be warm today. It's still early October, so we're out here pretty early in the morning. Just try to keep the dogs cool, bring lots of water. I hunted this once last year and there's a decent amount of quail. There's also some doves too. It's still dove season here in Idaho until the end of October, so if we see any of those, we'll shoot those too. If you do enjoy the video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below if you haven't done that already. Thank you very much for that. That really helps me out. We'll see you out in the field. I'd like to thank Dogtra for their continued support of the channel. For your e-collar or GPS collar needs, visit dogtra.com. Use my code NWING5 at checkout for 5% off your purchase of $200 or more. Hunt 'em up. Let's just see if there's any quail home today. Only hunted this once before. Dizzy hasn't been ranging as much as I'd like. So I need to boost her confidence. Today I'm going to focus on following her. Hopefully we can get in some birds. Killed a rooster here in the past. Unfortunately, it's not pheasant season yet. Be cool to see one though. Can hear a pheasant in here. See if the dogs can get on it, that'd be cool.
Dizzy pointing. Cooper pointing.
Cooper's in the tree on point. That was a dead rooster. Good boy, Cooper. Oh my goodness. That was a big one too. There's quail in here though. I had one flush behind me when Cooper was on point. Atta boy, that would have been a dead bird. Had it been pheasant season. We don't have a lot of wild pheasants still in Idaho, but we got a few. It's like we know there's a covey around here somewhere. Never just one quail alone. I hear some over there. That's private though. Can't hunt them in there. This is your public service announcement. Pick up your shells. There's one down. I think Dizzy's on it. It's weird they're all scattered around. That was a wild flush. She doesn't have it. So we'll walk to it. Dead bird. Cooper here. Dead bird. Hunt dead. Dead bird. Dead bird, Coop. Dead. Good boy. Fetch it here. All right, first quail of the day. It's a nice male. Really nice male. Good the size of that top knot. There's got to be more around here somewhere. It's the second single that we've flushed that was not off a point. I just kind of stepped on it. Find another one. No bird. There's two pheasants. That's cool to see. Those were both hens. There's a rooster. Cooper was working that. And there's a hen. Jeez. Lots of pheasants in here. Whenever I'm quail hunting, I always try to carry my gun closed. They're so small and hard for the dogs to find, especially when it's hot like this. Sometimes the dogs won't find them and you'll just step on them, or you'll flush them like that last one and the one before it. See, they're working the pheasants just fine, but these quail are so small, especially when they're split up like this. I don't know why they're split up. Something split them up this morning, coyote or what, I don't know, but we've found 2 singles, which is really unusual for quail. But yeah, I just like to carry my gun closed and ready, loaded. That way if something flies, I'm ready to shoot. You go swimming, Diz? Wanna go swimming? Good dogs. Good boy, Coop. Does that feel good, buddy? That's probably just what the doctor ordered, isn't it, Coop? Nice cool dip. This is a spring creek. This is good water, I know. Comes out of the ground just uphill from here. Good boy, Cooper. He really wants to go hunt the other side.
Dizzy pointing.
Dizzy, we don't eat rabbits. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Morning, Dove. Good girl, Diz. Good girl. It's another reason to stay ready, because it's still dove season. If I find doves out here, I think they're pecking grit or something when they're in here. Never know it's gonna fly. Dizzy had a nice find on that. I wasn't sure I'd hit it, but I saw it go down in that bush. And then it didn't flush when I got close, so I figured it was dead. And then Dizzy ended up pointing it dead. So, good girl, Diz. I can't believe I've only seen 2 quail out here. These birds must get hunted a lot, because they are just run. Those ones that we found must have just been stragglers that didn't get the memo. I heard a covey calling out in the middle of this sage shortly after I shot that last quail. I should say the only quail. Nothing. Couldn't find them. They probably ran to the next county out to lunch. Not a whole lot of action. Only found 2 quail, 2 individual quail, which is kind of weird. I'm thinking by the number of shotgun shells I found on the ground here that this place gets hunted pretty hard, and the birds are just pretty spooky. I did hear a covey calling out in the middle of the sage, and we tried to get on them. Could see their tracks everywhere, but they're just running birds. But managed to pick up the single, and then we flushed a couple of doves when we were almost back to the truck. The dogs did find some pheasants. Cooper had a nice point on the rooster, and he was working a couple more. But good to see pheasants out here. Let's see, it's just about noon now, so we're gonna have a snack, get the dogs some water, and move on, try another spot. It's not too hot today. As long as I can keep the dogs watered and cool, we'll keep hunting. So we'll see you guys out at the next spot. All right, well, we're out here at spot number 2. Hunted here once last year, didn't see any birds, but I did see a bunch of sign. So birds can be here. What I've found is that even your best spots, sometimes you don't see birds. So just because you don't find birds at a spot you like the first time doesn't mean you shouldn't keep trying, because, you know, they do move. So hopefully we'll catch them out here today and get some birds out of a new spot. Cooper, whoa. They're here today.
Dizzy pointing.
Oh my. Huge covey. Whoa. Whoa.
Cooper pointing. Dizzy pointing.
Good boy. No bird. Good dogs. They aren't playing very nice for us. Man, where did all those birds go? That was a huge covey. There must have been 50 of them. Good girl, Diz. Bring it here. Good girl. Good. Another one. Try to point them, Coop. These birds will hold so tight you can walk right by the bush they're in. So remember, I'm gonna split up covey like that. I just kind of kick around.
Dizzy pointing.
That's one down. There's so many birds in here. It's kind of crazy. I'd love to get a good point though. It's so hot. Dogs can't smell them. Whoa. Yes. I got it, Coop. Good boy. Cooper, come here. Dead bird. I got your bird, buddy. Dizzy and her rabbits. See if Cooper comes up with that. Good boy, Coop. Come here. Come on, buddy. Another one down. I need to get shells. It's a good spot.
Dizzy pointing.
What was that? Are you freaking kidding me? Sorry, Diz. Oh my. That rabbit got me. What kind of a trick was that? Another trick out of the bag for the Quail Houdinis. Dizzy loves rabbits, so I thought she had another rabbit pointed, and if freaking 2 quail come out with the rabbit. What a freaking joke. I'm almost out of shells. This is crazy. I only have 4 shells left. I'm gonna have to go back to the truck and get more.
Dizzy pointing.
Bring it here. Touch it up. Bring it here. Touch it up. Good girl. Atta girl. That bird ran out of their point. Dizzy had it pointed, Cooper had it pointed, and it got out into the open. These birds are a little cagey, but we're having fun. I have 3 shells left. Oh.
Cooper pointing.
Get it, Coop, dead. Atta boy. Good boy. Bring it here, bud. Good boy, buddy, here. Good boy. All right. All right, well, we had a heck of a hunt today. Just because the spot isn't good the first time you go, doesn't mean it isn't a good spot. This is the second time I've been here. The first time we saw 0 birds. This time, I don't know, you do the math. How many birds did you see on that initial rise? I had to have been 50. And we got them all split up out in the sage and got some good dog work. And just all in all, it turned out to be a great afternoon. Ended up with 7 quail and a dove on the day. Probably should have had my limit. Honestly, probably should have had 3 limits. I was shooting terribly today, but it's early season and we're just getting warmed up. These birds are tricky. They're fast. They scare the pants off you when they flush. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this quail video. If you did like the video, please be sure to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. That really helps me out. Thanks for that. We'll see you out in the field next time.